Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a reading today on what went wrong between you and someone else. And you want to see where they're at right now when it comes to you and this connection that is basically over, that is in a separation. And are they sorry? How are they feeling, etc. So just take what resonates, you guys, and get rid of what doesn't. So all the decks I'll be using here today, I'll let you guys know what they are as I shuffle each deck. And this Organite here is created by my friend Michelle from Wing and Bell. So I'll put everything down below. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go into the What Went Wrong deck by Fire Witch Tarot. So I'm going to grab 5 cards. You may resonate with only one topic, one card. You may resonate with all or just a few or maybe none. If you guys don't resonate with any of the cards that pop up as far as the topics with what went wrong, it may be that this is not your reading today. So I would suggest to click off. All right. So what may have gone wrong with this person or this connection? Let's take a look. No longer giving into them or you. Okay, so I do feel immediately here that you stopped giving into them, okay? So they may have just started behaving a certain way, and maybe you put up with it for a long period of time, and then you just decided, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. So this ultimately could have created the ending or the separation of the connection. Maybe you just were no longer going to give into their lies. You were no longer going to give into their behavior that just wasn't really working or doing it for you. And that's ultimately what caused them to either pull away or you pull away. Never on the same page, agree to disagree. So you and this person could have just not been on the same page. You guys didn't have the same goals, the same ideas. You just were frequency-wise not a match. You know, at that time, you just were not on the same page. You guys didn't have the same ideas, and you may have just had a lot of disagreements with this individual. Yeah, too painful. It hurts too much to hang on. So it's like, I feel that this connection was just causing too much pain at the end of the day. It was too painful to try to be on the same page. It might have been too painful to try to please this person or appease this person. So you just stopped giving into it. You stopped giving into this toxic pattern, this toxic cycle. Your need to be maybe somebody that you weren't, or maybe a version of yourself that this person wanted you to be, but it really wasn't who you truly were. So it was just too painful to hang on. They didn't like the fact that you put yourself out there. Okay. So what I'm getting here is they don't like the fact that you put yourself first. This really bothered this person. Definitely getting that for sure, because you stopped giving into their crap. But you also put yourself out there, as in you could have said, you know, it's too painful. What's going on here? I'm just going to move forward. Let's just be friends. Let's take a step back. I'm going to put myself out there again. I'm going to keep my options open. They didn't like that. There's something too where it's like they couldn't handle that. They couldn't handle either you guys just being friends. They couldn't handle the fact that you might move on and forget all about them. They just couldn't handle it. It was just too much. And too forgiving. Taking advantage of the kindness, because I feel like this is what happened over here. You, the person watching the video, was very, very kind, very forgiving. You gave in to this person many, many, many times, and it just became too much. It became too painful. So they didn't like the fact that you moved on. They didn't like the fact that you stood up for yourself and said no more. This person doesn't like that you did that. And that really threw them for a loop as well. It really shook their world. It really caused them to just go, whoa, like they didn't expect that from you, is what I'm seeing for most of you. They didn't expect that you were that strong, because you were so into them, or you were just so giving and so kind and always forgiving them for such a period of time, that when you finally did take your power back, they were shocked. They were shocked. They didn't like it. Definitely struck a chord in their ego. And that's just what happened. So you either resonate with it or you don't. Okay. So let's now take a look and let's just get some additional energies here, okay? Let's see the situation. Let's see what your person kind of went through, okay? What did they go through? What did they go through when this ultimately ended, okay? What came up for them when this connection ultimately ended? This right here is the Twin Flame Karmic Ties by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. What came up for them? And we're also going to go into this deck here, which is called the Soul Activation Oracle Shadows Edition deck by Rising Sun Oracle. What came up for them? Third eye chakra, superficial, okay? So that superficial energy is just kind of like, you know, just on the surface. I feel like whatever happened here has caused your person to almost question their own, just like their own, I can't think of the word I want to use, like their own realness. That's not the word I want to use. But we have addiction. Yeah, there's something about their fake. It's like their own fakeness, their own BS. So you, in a way, cause this person to have to take a good look at themselves. That third eye chakra is the inner knowingness of who we know we are. So we can sit there all day long and deny things. We can sit there all day long and blame other people for our issues and our problems. But our higher self, deep down inside, we know that there's something going on with us. At the root of it all, there's something going on with us. That's what I feel like your person, since you have parted ways, they've had to contend with their own selves. They've had to contend with their own fakeness or their own superficial ways. So superficial to me is just the outside, the outer appearance of things. They're addicted to something. They might even be addicted to the way things look. They might be addicted to status. And that's something like their love language at that time when they were dealing with you, is that they needed things to maybe be a certain way. And maybe you didn't fit the bill. And so they spent a majority of that time making you feel less than. Very, very toxic thing to do, but that's just what I'm seeing here. So your person's love language, they have some sort of trauma. They have some sort of an addiction to things that look good, but aren't really good for them. And what you've done by stepping away and standing up for yourself is you've, in a way, forced this person to have to contend with themselves, to contend with their fake BS. That's what I'm seeing with that. Yeah, their own wounds, their own trauma. And also, it's, in a way, help them to see how they may have been wounding people because of their own dysfunction and addiction. So that is for sure the issue here. What else came up for them? Yeah, your person has been very judgmental, also about people's life choices. So the person that I'm picking up on for you guys is someone that was very judgmental about status, very judgmental about maybe education or occupations or the way things look, materialism, superficiality, crap like that. Now, it may have been ingrained in them, even from their upbringing, that this is what success looks like. This is what love should look like. But there's some sort of a wound here and a toxicity connected to this, that their judgment and the judgment calls that they've made have been very skewed. They have not made choices that are actually the greatest for them. They've made choices based on what maybe their family wanted, or what they thought what love was, or what it looked like. So some of you guys could have been judged by this person. They could have said some things to you that really wounded you, but it did come from their own wounds themselves. So the wounded and the abused usually turn around and wound and abuse, because we are dealing with we're coming from our own traumas. We have serenade love, okay? So I do feel like this person may have come on very, very strong. I feel a love bombing here. Somebody love bombed you in the beginning. They just told you everything that maybe they were really feeling at the time. So it was like a love bomb stage. And then by the time this person started saying certain things to you, you were just like, I just don't even understand. Like, this person used to just shower me with compliments and tell me how amazing I was, and they celebrated all these things about me, but now they've taken it back, and now they're telling me all these things that aren't working for them and all these things they don't like about me. So there is some kind of a game that this person plays, but it's stemming from their own dysfunction, and it doesn't make it okay. But this reading is to hopefully help you to see that this person is really, really damaged, really wounded themselves. Loyalty being tested. Yeah, your person also could have been not loyal to you. The loyalty in this connection was tested. And this is something where they're just like, they failed that test. It could also be something about you too, where maybe they tested your loyalty, and whatever they did, whatever game they played that was stemming from their own wounds, you didn't pass that test. And it could be nothing that you even really did, but in their eyes, because of their own wounds, it was just like, nope, done, can't do this anymore, something like that. But I really feel for the majority of you, that your person is the one that had all these issues with you, and you finally came to your own senses and your own conclusions that this was a very unhealthy cycle and that it was too painful, and you may have stepped away from this person, or you just were no longer willing to hang on and play the games and not give into their crap. That's what I'm seeing, like back and forth behavior, just kind of like they're kind of there in your life, but not really. You ended that cycle. You were done with that. So this person has a lot of issues, and that's what they have felt since you have either separated. They've had to contend with themselves. They've had to take a really good look in the mirror. And I'm getting here that has not been comfortable for them. So let's see what types of shadows. This is called the Denied Shadow Oracle by Four of Wands Tarot. So let's see what kind of shadows they may have been suppressing and denying, but that are coming up. And we're going to actually combine this with the Confessions of a Runner by Angelic Revelation 144. So what shadows came through that they may have been trying to deny or suppress for a long period of time? Okay, so we have pregnancy, growth, and expansion. I'm getting here only for some of you, not all, that somebody may have gotten somebody pregnant, and so they tried to hide this from you. That's not everybody, though. You deserve so much more. What do I really have to offer you? Okay, so the other meaning of this card is growth and expansion. I feel like what your person had to kind of face is that you deserve so much more than what they really had to offer you. So this is something that they're confessing here in this reading here today. They either couldn't, like you may have wanted a child, okay? You may have wanted to have a family. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they couldn't for whatever reason. And you deserved that. You deserve that opportunity to have that. So your person is basically telling you here, what do I really have to offer you? But even without it being about children or pregnancy, this person is really suppressing themselves, and they're denying certain shadows. And instead of taking those into consideration, facing them and working with them and changing and expanding and improving themselves, they may just be unable at this time to really expand and grow. So you do deserve so much more than what they really have to offer you. So this is a message from their higher self to you. What else? Awe, reverence, wonder, and amazement. I do feel like your person wants to say something in regards to how when they did come together with you and there was that stage where maybe they did love bomb you, that they were in wonder and awe of you. They were really amazed. There was something really special about you. But again, some shadow, some unresolved trauma or issue that they had got in the way, and it just created, it just started to create issues. I'm going through a dark night of the soul. I don't want to drag you into my darkness. So this person knows that they're dark. They do. They know that they're dark, and they know that whatever they like, it's almost like you were a temporary fix for their problems. You were a temporary fix for their issues. They may have said something to you like, oh my God, you're like a breath of fresh air. You're like an angel in disguise. You're like my angel. Makes me want to be a better person, et cetera, et cetera. But the thing is, your person, at the end of the day, they've got traumas, they've got wounds, they've got darkness connected to them. We all do to some degree. But your person, I feel, really may have tried to drag you down into their darkness and dirty you up and spit you out and make you feel or question yourself. You know, some of you guys could be dealing with a narcissist here. That could be it for some. But this right here is just telling you that there was a period of time where they were really in wonder and amazement and awe with you, but something changed. But it's their own darkness. It's not you. So try not to blame yourself. Whatever they said to you, whatever they projected onto you, really try not to blame yourself. Law of attraction, manifest your desires. I do feel like what Spirit's trying to tell us is that we did attract this person into our lives. We're not necessarily victims here. You and this person had something to experience together. There was a lesson that you guys were both learning from each other. And they might try to deny their attraction to you even now. They might even try to suppress and deny what they feel for you. Okay. But that is a part of their own inability to, be authentic. They might still be in that fake ass energy. Superficial, just on the surface. See, you have your shit together. My life is chaos. So your person is telling you here, their judgment, anything that they said to you that made you feel less than, made you feel like you didn't have your life together and that somehow they were better than you, it's all bullshit. They didn't have their shit together. And usually when people are operating from their darkness and they don't feel good about themselves, they'll project onto other people and try to transfer all of their crap onto them. And I feel like this person did this to you. Law of attraction, though, to me, it's kind of like the law of karma. Your person doesn't just get to walk away from you unscathed. They will at some point attract a situation into their life where somebody is judging them for what they don't have. And when that happens, I see that your person is going to feel the way that you felt. And at that time, there might be a lesson for them on how to treat people. So there's an opportunity for this person to maybe change, see the error of their ways, and it's through your connection that they'll reflect on that and see that. So that's what they want you to know and understand. But that might be what they're still trying to deny at this time. So it's still a bit of a challenge for them. Okay. So let's see how your person does see you and sees this connection. Okay. How do they see you in this connection? This right here is my Arrows of Love Oracle. How do they see you in this connection currently? Like in their mind's eye right now, what does this energy look like? Okay, so we do have a blessing in disguise. I kind of feel here that your person knows that it's a blessing in disguise, that you either walked away from them or that they walked away from you because they know, remember, their higher selves know that they're not good enough for you, that they're just going to drag you down. So it's a blessing in disguise that maybe you guys did not or were not able to really carry on any longer. Yeah, fulfillment. I do feel here that you are this person's, like, in a way, dream come true, and you really fulfilled them. But they were not in a place where they could really, really take it in, take the experience in. They just couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. So they see you as a blessing. They do see you in a way, I feel like an angel, right? Somebody of the light. But their higher self knows that they're too dark to be able to handle it, to be able to handle it with care. That's what I'm seeing with that. So that's how they see you guys, as a blessing in their life, but also it's a blessing in disguise that it ended because they could not fulfill you, and they were not fulfilled within themselves to be able to give to you what you deserve. But they also do see you as some sort of a wish fulfillment, dream come true. So that's how they see you. How do they feel in their heart space towards you? Yeah, party of one. They do feel like it's best right now that you guys are not together. Maybe they also see here that they need to be alone for a little bit of time. Maybe they even see that you need to be alone for a while. Could be either or. Yeah, Five of Swords. And it might seem unfair. It might seem unfair. It might seem also unfair how they exited from your life, or maybe how you exited from their life, or what caused the separation. But at the end of the day, it's not going to do us any good to blame the other person. And it might seem unfair, like maybe they are still blaming you. Maybe they left you alone, kind of like stood you up alone at this table, and they went off into other connections. And that seems very unfair. It's not fair that this person gets to treat me this way and then turn around and be fulfilled. I'm getting here, though, that it is a blessing in disguise from the universe and spirit that this person is not participating with you at this time, because they have a lot of darkness and they can't give you what you're looking for right now. Okay, they just can't. Okay, so what is your person's overall energy or just consensus of this whole entire situation and connection? Let's take a look. We're going to grab 3 cards for that. Okay, so it's almost like your person knows that you deserve loyalty, and they know that they can't be that person to give that to you. They can't. Not right now. Maybe a different time, maybe a different season. Seasons change, people change. It's possible. That song is coming up, Seasons Change by Expose. It's come up before. Feminine energy. This is about just being receptive, being in your inner knowing energy. Yeah, their overall energy here is that there's some sort of a reality check. Now, Seven of Cups is a card where we can get really caught up in a fantasy. We can really get caught up in a feeling with someone. And I do feel like your person, when they saw you, they were very, very taken by your beauty. They were very taken by your outer appearance, because remember, outer appearances really matter to your person. So there was something about the way that you looked that really drew them in. And maybe it even caused them to project their fantasies onto you for a minute. But then something happened. There was a reality check, and it was just kind of like, you know what? I can't make this person happy. I can't give them what they're looking for. I can't bring them that sunshine and happiness that they're looking for. So in some way, your person pulled away from you and sabotaged this connection because they knew that they couldn't show up for you in the way that you deserved. Yeah. It could be a masculine and feminine situation, you know? Somebody has the feminine energy. Somebody has the masculine energy. The Emperor, though, it's like making a decision and sticking with it. And that's just where he feels that is. So the reality check and the no longer being confused. This is the decision that I'm making. I need to take back my own power. I need to step into my power. I need to handle my business and my affairs. I need to get real with myself. I need to check my own energy before I put myself out there again. So you could be also dealing with a person that isn't seeing anyone right now. That's why we have the party of one. And that they feel that it's best that the two of you are not seeing each other right now because they need to work on themselves. Yeah, Ten of Cups. Love it. Joy. Your person does feel this joy with you. It's almost like your person feels that you guys could actually go the long haul and be married and maybe have that family, but there's something that's holding them back. There's some sort of confusion. There's something that they need to sort out. And until they do, it's almost like they're not willing to give you that 10 of Cups that you're looking for. And they know they can't, so they're not. Okay? You might be dealing with a type of masculine person that just feels like love isn't for them, marriage isn't for them. But deep down in their hearts, they want it, but they're holding themselves back from it. Okay? But the 9 of Hearts and the 10 of Hearts, so the 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups to come up in the same reading, that's your person's energy towards you. There's definitely some sort of fulfillment that they feel or had felt when they were with you, but some shadow came in and just got in the way. Just got in the way. What does Spirit want you to know about this connection? What does Spirit want you to know about this connection? Let's take a look. This right here is The Secrets of a Lover's Journey Oracle by Aqua Moonlight. What does Spirit want you to know about this person and this connection? Is this just a fantasy? Questioning it all, and it says attaching to the ego. So this is telling us here, we did just see that 7 of Cups, and we also had this energy come through too, which was awe, wonder, and amazement. So there's some sort of fantasy, getting caught up in a very dreamy fantasy energy for this connection. So I feel like it consumed the both of you. And so Spirit's just letting you know that you guys just kind of are questioning now. Was it just bullshit? Was it just all just, you know, just it just wasn't true? Was it just all just in my head? So some of you guys are questioning this, but I do feel like you and your person both connected in that energy. A roll of the dice, weighing the pros and cons, leaving it up to fate. So this is the deal. What Spirit wants you to know is what they want you to do is to stop questioning things. Because what we're doing is we're attaching our ego, like the egos need to know. I need to know what this is, or I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to do that. I see a lot of people on the twin flame journey do this. Well, if it's not my twin flame, then I need to know right now. Why do you need to know? What difference is that going to really make? You're having this experience for a reason. You've attracted this person into your life for a reason. So do the work, go through the shadows, go through the healing, and then see where you end up on the other side. And if on that, out the other side, if you kind of feel like, you know what, I'm just not really feeling the need to stay attached to this person, then there you go. And if you're feeling like, hey, you know what? I'm in a good place with this person. I'm okay that I'm in separation with them. I'm just going to focus on myself. Fantastic. Why do we need to know? The ego wants to know. The ego needs to know. So stop asking, is it real? Is it this? Is it that? A roll of the dice, weighing the pros and cons of this connection, weighing the pros and cons of this entire situation and why you went through it, and leaving it up to fate. If you're meant to be with this person, then the universe is going to find a way to bring the two of you back together. That's what they want you to know. Circle. See, this is round and round, returning for more, circling back to you. So I do feel that a lot of you guys are going to deal with this person again. Okay, they are going to come back at some point. They're going to circle back to you. And it's fated. So try not to hold on so much. And also don't wait for this. Continue to live your life. And careless actions. Yes, risky, irresponsible behavior, flaky in love. Yes, we know that this is your person. We know this person was very careless with your heart. They were very careless with your feelings. They were very careless with themselves. So until they contend with their own stuff, until they do the work, this may be kind of like just a fantasy that the two of you will come back together. But in the meantime, again, just do your own thing and focus on yourself. At some point, they will circle back to you or they won't. But I feel with this careless action, they're going to circle back and they're going to confirm for you that you were not the only one feeling this way. That's what I'm seeing that Spirit wants you to know today. All right, so we're going to go ahead and end this reading with parting words from your person's higher self to you. So we've got the Love Games by Sister Moon Tarot, and we have 2 decks from All Things Intuitive, her In the Shadows and the Hidden Truth Oracle cards that I like to combine. What does your person want to leave you with? We have Lifesaver. We have Divine Intervention. We have Appreciation. And we have Protective. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go through all those things one by one. Lifesaver. What is this Lifesaver's energy about? Lifesaver's energy. I hope you're happy. Yes. So for me, this is, I'm saving you actually. Your person's higher self is telling you, I've saved you from dealing with a lot of grief by dealing with me. I do hope that you're happy. I hope you're happy and you're happier without me right now. I'm actually saving you right now from me. That's what your person wants you to know. So we have Divine Intervention. I want to tell you how I feel, but I can't. So what I'm getting with this is divine timing. At some point in time, there will be some sort of divine intervention, something that takes place where this person will be able to tell you how they feel. Right now, they can't. But with time, I feel that they will come back around, and they will. So we have something about appreciation. I know I made a mistake. Appreciate this person's darkness. Appreciate this person's mistakes. Because if it weren't for these things, there would be no catalyst in order to change. Sometimes things happen for a reason, even if they're dark, even if they're unpleasant. So learn to be grateful for this person. This may help you to shift your vibration connected to them. They know they made a huge mistake. They may not be admitting it to you. They may not have ever said this to you, but deep down inside, they know they fucked up. Now we have Protective. I wish I could take back the words that I said. So your person is telling you here, I wish that I could have been more protective and more caring with your heart. I wish I hadn't been so careless with your heart. I should have protected you, but I did not. The words that I said to you, there was definitely words that were said from this person that may still be with you till this day. It's still hurting you. It's still cutting you like a knife still to this day because it was so projected. It was their own stuff. Okay? Yes, they should have protected you. They should have been more caring, but they were careless. They wish they could take back these words, but they can't. They know they made a mistake. They can't say these things to you right now, but in some time, someplace, some way, they will. So I hope that this reading was helpful to some of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it resonated. Take care. Bye-bye.